Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most powerful and inspiring stories in the entire Bible, the story of Esther. It's a captivating tale of courage, divine timing, and how one woman's bold decision changed the future of an entire nation. Get ready to be inspired. Our story begins in the vast and powerful kingdom of Persia. The ruler, King Xerxes, presides over a massive empire, and after removing his former queen, Vashti, he starts a search for a new one. All the beautiful young women from across the kingdom are brought to the palace. And among them is a young Jewish girl named Hadassah, better known as Esther. She was an orphan, raised by her loving cousin Mordecai. Esther was not only beautiful but also humble and wise, and she quickly won the favor of everyone she met. Eventually, the king is so captivated by her that he chooses her to be his new queen. But, on Mordecai's advice, Esther keeps a very important secret hidden from everyone, including the king, her Jewish identity. For a while, everything seems peaceful in the palace. But then, a man named Haman rises to a position of great power, second only to the king. Haman is an arrogant and prideful man, and he demands that everyone bow down to him whenever he passes. But Mordecai, a devout Jew, refuses. He worships God alone and will not bow to any man. This infuriates Haman. His wounded pride turns into a burning hatred not just for Mordecai, but for all Jewish people. Driven by this rage, he goes to the king and cleverly convinces him to sign an irreversible decree. On a specific day, all the Jews in the empire, men, women, and children, are to be annihilated. The entire nation faces extermination. When Mordecai learns of this terrifying plot, he is heartbroken. He sends word to Queen Esther, telling her she must go to the king and plead for her people. But Esther is terrified. In Persia, no one could approach the king without being summoned. Doing so was a capital offense, punishable by death. Unless the king chose to spare them by extending his golden scepter, Mordecai responds with one of the most famous challenges in the Bible. He tells her not to think that her royal position will save her. He says, "And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this?" These words strike a chord in Esther's heart. She realizes her unique position isn't just for her own comfort, but for a greater purpose. She gathers her courage and sends a message back to Mordecai. "Go, gather all the Jews who are in Susa, and fast for me. If I perish, I perish." She asks her people to fast and pray for 3 days, and then she takes that life-threatening step. She approaches the king. Miraculously, God grants her favor. The king is pleased to see her and extends his golden scepter, instead of making her request right away. Esther wisely invites the king and Haman to a private banquet. She does this again the next day. It's at this second banquet that Esther finally reveals her secret. She tells the king, "I am a Jew, and a wicked man has plotted to destroy me and my people." The king is shocked and demands to know who would dare do such a thing. Esther points to Haman. The king's fury is immediate. He realizes the full extent of Haman's evil, and on the very gallows Haman had built for Mordecai, Haman himself is executed. But the danger wasn't over. Haman was gone. But the king's original decree to destroy the Jews could not be reversed under Persian law. So, the king issues a brand new decree. This new law gives the Jewish people the right to assemble and defend themselves against anyone who might try to attack them. When the appointed day arrives, instead of being a day of destruction, it becomes a day of deliverance. God gives the Jews a great victory over their enemies. Their sorrow is turned into joy, and the entire nation is saved. To commemorate this incredible miracle, the Jewish people established the Feast of Purim, a joyful celebration that continues to this day. Remembering how God turned their mourning into celebration and their despair into hope, Esther's story is a powerful reminder that courage isn't the absence of fear. It's choosing to trust God and act in spite of that fear. It shows us that God often places ordinary people in extraordinary positions for a specific purpose, and sometimes, all it takes is one brave step of faith to change the course of history. We may not know what the future holds, but like Esther, we can trust that we are exactly where we need to be for such a time as this. If you enjoyed this story and want to explore more incredible accounts from the Bible, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment with your thoughts, and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching.